What a year it was for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets in Brent Key's first full season. They had their first winning season since 2018, punched that ticket to a bowl game and won it. First one since 2016. Georgia Tech is returning 16 starters this season, feels like the entire offense, including quarterback Haynes King, running back Jamal Haynes, and wide receiver Eric Singleton Jr., among other playmakers. Last season, King was one of only 2 Power Conference players with at least 2,800 passing yards, 700 rushing yards, 25 touchdowns through the air, and 10 on the ground. The other player, here's your pop quiz, fact of the day, Jaden Daniels, who took home a pretty nice trophy last year.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's some pretty good company, and we are in good company now to start off the day. Georgia Tech in the house, Brent Key, Haynes King, excited to have you up here. Thanks so much for joining us. You got to watch some of those highlights. We're listening to you chatter when we watched back at last season. What does it make you feel, Coach and Haynes, when you see everything you accomplished?
It's a new season. I mean, you look back on it, it seems like so long ago that those things happened, and success is not continuous. There's nothing that says that last year has anything to do with this year. You learn lessons. You tend to figure things out kind of your first year going through it, and you build on those things. You make adjustments when needed. But at the end of the day, this is a new team. It's a new locker room. It's a new culture in the locker room. It's led by the players, and it's really led by this guy.
Hey, you sit up here with more swag than I've seen you with before. It's a comfort thing. Going into year 2, how much more comfortable are you in this offense and in yourself?
I'd say it's night and day. The difference, like Coach was saying, the first year you're still figuring stuff out. You're getting to know a lot of people. But now, going into the second year, I feel like you know a lot of people more personally. You can hold them more accountable and check a lot more people. And now it's pretty much my team now, and this is how we're going to roll with it. And it's just a lot more comfortable, like you said, a lot more swag. The more confidence you have, the more swag you play with, and it's just a night and day difference that I see.
Well, Coach, I know one of those reasons why he can feel so comfortable and do the things that he can is because those guys up front. #1 rushing offense last year, #1 in sacks allowed, didn't get touched a lot. And we're not running the triple option. We're spreading it out and doing our thing. What have you seen from that unit to even replicate that, but take it another step further?
And confidence, and the confidence to play together. When you got that many guys returning that have played together, that understand what it takes to win now. They're not just went out there to play a game. They do understand that they can control a game. They can take a game over, and that was evident last year a few times, especially as we went down the stretch. Those guys really took over the game. But you give you talk about the statistically what they did, but it's everybody that it takes to do that. I mean, this guy right here, the way he gets out of trouble, he can make plays with his feet. It really helps those guys out. They complement each other very well. So, looking for a really good year this year from those guys. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're more mature, they're older, they understand the system. We brought a really good class of young guys in as backups, so we've got some good depth there now for the first time in a while. So I'm excited to see where they go when we start to practice.
Well, Haynes, I know a lot of times quarterbacks we're smart or we're accurate, but when I think of you, I think of toughness. I mean, you started all 13 games last year. What went into the durability to stay available for your football team last season?
I'd probably say how I was raised. I'd have to thank my dad to that. He raised me hard. He was an offensive lineman at heart, so that toughness, that's where that comes from. Both him and my mom, they're pretty hard on me, but that's the main deal. And then on top of that is just who you are as a person. Like, if something's bothering you, are you really going in there to handle that and be on top of it as soon as it happens or not?
Coach, you got a trip to Ireland. I did Europe with the family this offseason, got to experience some different things, eat some different foods. Now, for a lot of these guys, it's going to be their first time over there. Is it all ball, or do you got some activities lined up outside of football?
No, we're going to play a game. Bottom line, I mean, this is not a vacation. This is not a bowl game. This is the first game of the season. It's an in-conference game. The game means a lot. It's an important game for us as a football team, just like I know it's an important game for Florida State. But we got 4 weeks to build our football team in training camp before we go over there. But we'll head over and we'll land, we'll eat, we'll practice, we'll eat again, we'll sleep. We're going to play a football game.
Haynes, when you talk about that confidence and going into year 2, we all know as a starter the growth that you can see there. What do you expect for yourself? What are goals that you have? And have a great year. Only the Heisman Trophy winner had replica stats there. What are you trying to do in this year 2?
Win. I'm really not worried about personal stats, personal accolades. I feel like if we win as a team and we accomplish those goals as a team, everything else is going to take care of itself.
And Haynes, I know we were talking off air about your training regimen, working with Jeff Christensen, one of the best quarterback coaches out there. What are some of the things you're focused on as far as just your own technical technique coming into this season?
The consistency with my feet is everything. If they're in the right places, the right angles, everything else is going to fall into place. And then it's all about who you surround yourself with. And the people I surround myself with here in the building, and Coach Key, Coach Faulkner, Coach Winky, they play a big deal in it as well.
Coach, how about defensively? I know, offensive guys here, but, with the changes that you made, what do you want people to come away with? After they play Georgia Tech, especially on the defensive side of the ball, what do you want that team to think after playing?
Yeah, really, I'll address the team with this tomorrow when they report, but our end goal in game, in every game we play this year, at the end of that game, I want that other team to look across and say, I never want to play those guys again. At the end of the day, I never want to step on the field with that team again. What just hit us? We're not worried about the scoreboard. We're not worried about the outcome of what things happen. If we can go out and play our way and play the football that I envision us playing, and the other team can say that, we'll have a good season.
You've been going up against this defense a little bit this spring. What are you feeling over there as the QB? I know you can't be touched. I know.
Yeah, I'm looking to defense.
But you can see it from your vantage point as well.
I know kind of mostly of what they're going to run, the scheme, because I was kind of introduced to it when I was at A&M with Santucci being under Elko.
Right.
So I was kind of already familiar with that deep kind of defense. But, I love it. Guys get after it, and the way Santucci he coaches on that side of the ball, it just brings another level out, and not just with them, but with us too, because everybody's competitors. So, if they're beating us, I'm mad.
Right.
I'm getting all the other guys like, hey, this ain't happening no more. Let's go.
Coach, Eddie mentioned the trip over to Ireland. Are you going to cater the time maybe a week or two before the game, in the sense of, I think they're 5 or 6 hours ahead, and I'm not sure what time kick is for that game, but are you going to maybe change some, like the timing, like the sleep schedule for the guys so they get used to it? Or
No, what we've done, I've done a lot of research, talked to a lot of people. Went over there 10 years ago when I was at UCF. We played Penn State in a game over there, so I have some experience with it. Talked to some NFL coaches that have taken teams over. We play it, 5 o'clock over there, and I think it's noon here. Right. So as far as the schedules go, the sleep schedules, you can overthink that as well. At the end of the day, they're 18 to 22, 23-year-old guys that, they stay up playing this new game all night anyway. Right? So
they get up 5 hours.
Yeah, to try to overthink this, I think really you could end up being more harm than good.
Yeah.
I know Pac's going to be excited to see you because he's also rocking the no tie look today. He came with no tie. And
He don't got the chain though, Taylor. He ain't got the chain.
And that's what I was going to point out.
Or the watch. Can we get an ISO on the watch, please?
Coach always has the bling, but do you have new Harper bling today? That is the biggest question.
No, obviously that's the one from last year. She put them on this morning. She picked them out, put them on
Perfect.
for me. Harper. This is one we got over the summer. This is for the manatees. We go to the beach down in Orange Beach. This is a manatee bracelet. This one just knock them dead, and that's a good luck if you ever get nervous. So she knows. She's watching right now.
That's right.
So
There
she
you go.
sees.
Awesome.
Big shout out to Little Harper, who hopefully has started to profit with some NIL off of her jewelry making business, because I know there were some high demands from the players
Well,
too.
Taylor Swift got it from her.
Exactly.
True.
Harper
first.
Harper is the queen. Coach Haynes, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in Ireland week 0. We're looking forward to it.
Some of us.
We'll see you in Ireland.
We won't be. We'll be
Week
in
0.
Bristol. Awesome. Connecticut.
We'll be there.
We're gonna have a good time.